Madam Vice Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, and Carleton graduates, it gives me pleasure to introduce Mr. Rod Brydon, a well-known, prominent businessman and visionary entrepreneur. Mr. Brydon made significant contributions to Canada, and in particular to the National Capital Region. His ventures covers the areas of information technology, sports management, health, sustainable energy, and water purification. In the early 70s, Mr. Brydon founded System House, a computer integration firm where he served as president and chairman. System House played an important role in attracting top IT professionals and high-tech companies to the Ottawa area. In the late 70s, he founded Paperboard Industries. And when Mr. Brydon stepped down from both companies in 1991, they employed more than 9,000 people. In 1992, Mr. Brydon became the CEO of Terrace Corporation, which was the principal owner of the Ottawa Senators Hockey Club. The following year, he became chairman and governor of the hockey club and oversaw the construction of the then Palladium Arena, which later was named the Corel Center and is now the Scotiabank Place. The Palladium Arena opened in 1996. In the mid-90s, Mr. Brydon founded World Heart Corporation in partnership with the Ottawa Heart Institute. World Heart designed implantable artificial hearts intended as a short-term bridge to keep a patient alive until a donor heart becomes available, or also as a long-term alternative to heart transplant. Currently, Mr. Brydon is president and CEO of Plasco Energy Group, a leading Ottawa firm developing energy production from household waste. Through the use of plasma and gasification, household waste generates energy in the form of electric power, as well as construction aggregates. Mr. Brydon is also chairman of the board of directors for both PharmaGap and Clearford Industry. PharmaGap is developing a new generation of intelligent cancer treatment therapies, while Clearford Industries designed integrated water management solution for the global market. Madam Vice Chancellor, in recognition of a career of successful entrepreneurial leadership and outstanding business development in the Ottawa-Carleton region, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, upon Mr. Roderick Brydon.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Faculty Senate and the Board, it is my privilege to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with the significant privileges and responsibilities thereto pertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Brydon.
Thank you very much.
Madam Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, family and friends, graduates, first, congratulations to the graduates. A wonderful day for you. And I want to direct this substantial intellect to the first and most serious and taxing question facing Canada today. Should Luongo go back in the net? We'll take a vote at the end of the proceedings. Nonetheless, I suspect that Canada will survive with or without the Stanley Cup this year, but it'll survive a lot better with it. Graduating from Carleton, is an achievement that will shape your futures. You've earned degrees that symbolize knowledge and capacity to learn. That knowledge and capacity opens choices of how you will participate in what is a very dynamic and exciting world. And my own bachelor's degree was granted by Mount Allison University 50 years ago next year. And statistics would tell you that most of you will have more than 50 productive years ahead of you. They will be filled with challenges and choices and change. Each of you will encounter a world that is substantially the same for all of you, and yet the results will be different. The choices you make and the challenges you choose to engage will be the key elements for each of you in shaping your own future. Change has become the constant in all our lives. And absorbing knowledge, assimilating knowledge with circumstances, and constantly making judgments and choices allow us all to be individuals within a world that is increasingly complex, highly interrelated, and constantly changing. None of us can control the changes, but each of us controls how we respond and how we position ourselves to be carried forward on the tide of change rather than swamped and overwhelmed by the circumstances. The principles and disciplines of engineering that you have learned at Carleton are wonderful tools that will support you in adding value while enhancing your personal choices. But for each of you, your greatest assets are the personal qualities that allowed you to achieve the success you enjoy today. Have confidence in yourself and seize the opportunities for personal growth and the new ways to contribute. These opportunities will change many times over the next 50 years, and you will be participating in them all. Continue to seek those opportunities and see change as your friend. Canada has become a highly international country, both in the origins of Canadians and in the role that Canada and Canadians play in the world. Canadians are welcome everywhere in the world. Whether it's a monumental engineering project like the Three Gorges Dam in China, or urban transit in cities like Bangkok, or blackberries that have led the world, Canadian engineering is a real help in shaping the future of the world. For our country of about 36 million people, the world offers more than 6.5 billion potential customers. And about a quarter of those are in the United States and Europe, where we sell 90% of our exports. And growth in those countries has slowed. 3% is a banner year. But more than 40% of the world's population live on less than $2 a day, and half of that live on $1 a day. The driver for growth in Canada over the next 50 years will be in contributing to improving the living conditions of these people. And key among those needs are sanitation. Almost all of that 40% have no sanitation services. That is, no sewers. Sanitation, clean water, and electricity. When I graduated 49 years ago, China was stabilizing after the Japanese Wars and the Civil War. Their population of about 400 million was mainly rural, hungry, and abjectly poor. Today, 1.3 billion people of China are replacing the United States as the economic engine of the world. If someone had told me that when I was graduating from Mount Allison, I would have found that very unlikely. The changes that you will see will be even more dramatic because the base of knowledge and the base of capacity on which change is being developed is so much greater today. The changes will be even more for you. India and Latin America, led by Brazil, are building economies that are increasing living standards and are driving demand for products and services that Canadians can provide. The opportunities to apply your knowledge and your capabilities and to grow as individuals abound in Canada and around the world. Most of us who grow up in Canada choose to make Canada our permanent home. But each year, we'll see an increasing share of the value that we create being delivered to the developing world. Those world challenges of climate change and access to fresh water will be met. And they'll be met primarily by technologies not yet available. Social resistance to change will be a much greater drag on the pace of solving these crucial issues than the absence of technologies to achieve the required result. The engineering profession can be a catalyst for that change, or it can be a barrier by seeking to protect the value and the comfort zone of yesterday's technology, or maybe even the technology of today. Change will come, and the world will succeed in meeting those challenges. The students who are graduating, who have graduated recently, those who are joining you this month all over Canada as students are graduating, and those who graduate over the next decade, together you are going to create the capacities that resolve those issues. It's a very exciting time. Congratulations on your achievement that you're acknowledging today, and I hope you have continued success in building your personal and professional lives. Thank you.